As a lot of you know, Atari is crowdfunding again. Yes, I said again. You know, the great name of Atari is really being destroyed by some of these new projects. First, you had the Atari box, which is a very expensive Android console. If you're going to go with an Android console, you had Ouya, you had Amazon Fire, you had the Nvidia Shield, the Razer Forge, even though I'd never buy another Razer product again. But these all existed. And now Atari's coming along and trying to sell an Android box for $300 through crowdfunding. Yeah, let's get off that train. Then here comes the newest one, Roller Coaster Tycoon, one of the beloved franchises out there. I was never a fan of the game, and that's because at first I just couldn't get into it. It came out in 1999, made millions of dollars, and for whatever reason, Atari is still the master franchisee on that. Or licensee, I should say. So they can license it out to anybody. And recently they did just that. They licensed it out and made a touch version. Now, as we all know, touch version of any game sucks. Some people like to play these things on their phones. I will never get it because who can play on a small screen? But anyway, the game had like 12 million downloads. Now, that's not sales, that's downloads. And in the Android world, anything free is getting downloaded. So, you know, when I saw that it was going to be offered for the Switch, I thought they would do the original, not this mobile version. And that's where the problem is. This is the main problem I saw for the Switch from the beginning. That you're going to get a lot of mobile games. And it's all because people keep showing it off like they're going mobile and all that. Look at me, I'm taking it on a plane. Look at me, I'm playing it at the zoo or whatever. And that's fine. But it's a game console, not a phone. So, any developers out there listening to this, can you please stop with that? Put full games on the Switch. Anyway, let's get into the offering. Now, to get in, you have to pay $250 minimum. Okay, that's a decent chunk of money. And what you're earning is a prorated part of 50% of the profits until you make 120 of your original investment. 120%. So basically, you're going to get $300 for a $250 investment. I'm going to use rough math. I'm not going to sit here figuring out every number just for the purpose of being, uh, I guess, I shouldn't say accurate because then it sounds like I'm just being false or wrong or whatever. Anyway, after that, you will earn a prorated portion of 25% of the profits until 18 months after the worldwide launch. Now, that could be anything, but who knows who's going to buy it? I mean, you're going to fool people who think you're getting the original game, but after that, who knows? What if the game only sells 10,000 units or whatever? So, there's that. And of course, these percentages are lower if they raise less than the 2 million they're seeking. Now, one thing I do like, and it may be the only thing, is it's a Regulation D offering. So there's government involved, and it's a real investment. It's not going to Kickstarter and hoping the person finishes. But they've really backed themselves into a corner on some of this stuff. So all investors can have their name on a website. Yay, my name on a website. I mean, come on. At $750, you get everything above and a 25% discount on the street price of the game at launch. Only valid for one unit of the game. So at $750, you couldn't give me a copy of the game. And then at $1,500, you get both of those so-called perks. The name on the website and the 25% discount. And a free copy of the regular edition of The Art of Atari. I mean, they couldn't make it any less appealing. I mean, people who love the game will most likely be interested. They may not read some of those things that I just mentioned to you. I mean, I don't know what to say. The franchise sold 14 million units, probably made them more than $220 million, plus whatever, I mean, whatever else, because they keep licensing it out now, or they're going to, it looks like. I mean, they're calling the new one a success just because of how many times it's been downloaded. That doesn't mean anyone paid money, just the number of times it was downloaded. But here's the thing. Why not make the original? Or improve on this version? I mean, who knows? But what I'm looking at here, they say they can get things going at 10,000 and they're going to port this thing over, which is fine. There was also some fine print which I'm looking for at the moment. There's a bit somewhere here. Here it is. We might incur irregular use of proceeds that may include and not limited to the following over $10,000. Vendor payments, okay, logical, and salaries made to one's self, a friend, or relative. Okay, that doesn't sound good. I mean, it may be something related to the game, but the way they made it sound is like your friend comes over and needs some money. Hey, here's some money. Any expense labeled administrative expenses that is not strictly for administrative purposes. Okay, so administrative expenses, but not strictly administrative purposes. Sounds again like giving money to someone for nothing. An expense labeled travel and entertainment. Any expense labeled that, I should say. Well, if it's labeled that, then it should be travel and entertainment. See, this is where people go wrong with crowdfunding, too. They always do something and then end up spending it on other things. Entertainment, I don't know what entertainment you need. You're making a game. Use that. Any expense that is for the purposes of intercompany debt or back payments. Okay. See, it should be anything related to the game. If there's back payments related to the game, understandable. Anything else? No. They're making it sound like they're doing this to pay old debt. I mean, it doesn't cost $2 million to port a game, no matter what anyone says. I'm developing a game myself. I wouldn't be doing it if I needed $2 million to port it. I mean, as I can tell from this, it's the mobile version, which to me is just garbage because it's a touch game. Um, you can make an investment, you get nothing for it, you don't even get a copy of the game. I mean, if anything, go port the original version, all three of them. Don't port the mobile one. I mean, people can pay $750 and they're not even getting. I mean, how do you pay $750 to someone who's making a game and you can't even get a copy of the game? You still have to buy it. So, yeah, if it was me, I would avoid this one. Avoid it like the plague. I mean, I don't know what else to say on it. Just don't do it. Save your money. This has been Kill Switch.